Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the Venus and Pisces transit that we have going on right now, and if Venus and Pisces is in your natal chart. If you would like to get an analysis of your natal chart, have a tarot reading, or have any type of Reiki healing session with me, you can email me at my email in the description below. And of course, please hit like and subscribe because it really helps the work that I'm doing here. So let's get into this. We have Venus and Pisces right now. Venus and Pisces happened and started on April 5th and it's going to go to May 2nd. Now, Venus and Pisces is a very ethereal energy. Venus and Pisces is all about the fantasy, about the love, about the magic, about the mystical energy that can happen between anybody. But I do have to give a caveat though. Even though Venus is exalted, which means she's happy, it's easier for her to express herself in this sign, there is a dark side to this sign because Venus and Pisces can also mean not having boundaries. And when you don't have boundaries, it can become very easy to become victim to people who are charlatans, really, who want to feed you the illusion of love, but don't really want to give love. And when Venus is in Pisces, we are hitting everything right down to the bone of it. You're really going to feel what you want, what you need, what you desire. Your vanity self is very, very activated. So as always, especially, I always say to people, listen, before you try to use the planet with somebody else, use the planet for yourself. And so the best way to use this Venus and Pisces transit is to really get down into your healing, really get down into the space of where do I have pains, where do I have illusions, where haven't I had boundaries in my relationship and in my relationships with myself or with other people, and how can I improve that? How can I heal that? Because Venus and Pisces is a very, very healing energy. Now, if you have Venus and Pisces in your natal chart, you are a dreamer, you are a romantic, you want that endless devotional consuming love. But remember, everything that's consuming isn't good for you. So this is where, if you have Venus and Pisces in your natal chart and or during this transit, you're really going to want to work on focusing, where do I need healthy relationships? Where are my fantasies backed up by healthy actions? Listen, anybody can love bomb you, but is somebody going to be there for you through the hard times? That's that type of energy that you're looking for in Venus and Pisces. But overall, it does lead to this very mystical and kismic sense. This is also a time of endings, right? So you can meet somebody from a past life or a karmic connection that can be started at this time. Also, they can end at this time because Pisces is the house of endings. This is the house, this is the last house before we go into Aries, and it's going to be time to start something new. So this is also a good time for people who are recovering from any type of heartache, who are doing any type of space around their heart chakra. This is a really good time for you to dig in deep and really let yourself purge it out, release it so that you can have new energy coming in. Because either way, either with Venus and Pisces or when Venus goes into Aries, there is a sense of new beginnings that's in the midst. Now, I do suggest using more Venus and Aries for starting new relationships because Venus and Pisces can be so ethereal. It can be so... It can be a little sneaky. Actually, that spirit is just saying, say it, say it. All right, I'm going to say it. Venus and Pisces can be a sneaky time. This is a time where you have to be careful of not falling into snake charmers, of not falling into people who are love bombing you, who are trying to feed you future faking, any of that type of energies. Watch out for the narcissist, okay? Empaths, watch out, okay? If you are empathic, if you are a light bearer, if you are a light worker, this is a time that we are very, very sensitive and very intuitive. And so our light is even brighter, and so you can attract. Listen, I had one friend that always said it to me, sometimes it's a butterfly, but sometimes it's a moth, right? So you want to be able to really use and practice discernment during this transit of Venus and Pisces. Now, we have some really interesting energies that are going to be happening because the house of Pisces is really packed right now. Jupiter is in Pisces, Neptune is in Pisces, and now Venus is in Pisces. On April 12th, Jupiter, Neptune, and Venus are going to be conjunct. And this is super rare. This is a conjunction that only happens once in 165 years, which is another reason why I'm really saying to people, whatever you do with this Venus and Pisces, if you have a fun love affair, if you start a new connection, if you go into like La La Land, right? Please make sure that you're using this energy to focus and to heal yourself, because this type of energy meeting is not going to happen again within our lifetimes or our grandchildren's lifetimes if you're going to have children, right? So when Jupiter, Venus, and Neptune together, these are both very big planets. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of excess, of increase. Neptune is the ruling planet of Pisces. So this is illusions. This is the dream world. This is magical energy. Plus Venus, like this is a very intense love magic energy. So please, I'm always very careful about love magic anyway. I am not a proponent of love magic. It can get really messy, guys. I've never seen a love spell that ended well, okay, ever. And I've been in this practice for over 20 years. And you can ask other people. Anybody who's a worker will say to you, listen, it can get messy. So what you want to do is use these three big planets, this three big energy, to get a love spell on yourself. Fall in love with yourself, fall in love with your fantasies, fall in love with your dreams, fall in love with the magic that you have inside of you that's waiting to be unlocked and unleashed. As when Venus moves into Aries, it's going to be go time for applying those things on a personal level. So this is a beautiful, beautiful energy. So we have the Neptune-Venus conjunction on April 12th, and then we have on April 27th, Neptune is going to conjunct Venus, and this is also a very interesting energy. When Venus and Neptune meet in Pisces, there's going to be a lot of ending energy here. If you want it or not, the karmic balancers are coming through and they're sweeping things out. So if there's a toxic relationship, a toxic soul tie, a lingering energy that's been kind of plaguing your subconscious or plaguing your heart space, this is an energy that it can definitely be released, can definitely be purged out. And then we have Venus is going to conjunct Jupiter on the 30th. So this is that big love energy that, okay, I've had this big release on the 12th and on the 27th. I've had this realization about where my own fantasies or even my addictions to the stories around love or the false narratives that I've had around love, where I'm really ready to just let them go. They're dissipating. I'm letting time and space heal it away. And then when we have that Jupiter and Venus conjunction, it's like, okay, well, there's all this new things and this new vibration for you to get into. So this is a beautiful transit, right? If you practice discretion, let me put that big extra there. If you practice discretion, if you're mindful about your boundaries, if you aren't making subconscious and unhealthy soul contracts or feeding that type of energy in your life, this Venus and Pisces transit really is a once in a lifetime energy where it can really give you the opportunity to grow and to heal and to excel. So I'm going to pull a card for the Venus and Pisces transit. This will be a general card for everybody. So what is the general card for the Venus and Pisces transit? Put in the work. Listen, and this is so appropriate, right? Because Venus in Pisces wants us to be aware of what burdens and ideas that we've been having and carrying about love, about connections, about fantasies, about our addictions, about our habits, and about our patterns that are now saying, listen, we are in Pisces. This is the last time that you can really close out this cycle, close out this vibration, and go into a new way, and to let yourself say, that's over. But also with every ending comes a new beginning. So you're going to be able to say and move on like, okay, I'm leaving that toxic pattern behind and leaving that toxic person, that toxic energy, that toxic habit or addiction. I'm leaving this behind and I'm going to fill it up with my love of myself. So take assessment of what is on your love table. What have you been believing? What have been your relationship patterns? What have you been doing? Who have you been connecting with? What have you been connecting with? What needs to end so that you can have a new space and a new experience? Then you will have a beautiful Venus and Pisces transit. If you do not practice discretion, you could wind up in some really long-term and unhealthy situations. Actually, when I was studying this, I was thinking like, when did I meet the toxic people in my life? And they usually became very prominent around Venus and Pisces. So let that be a little bit of a warning sign to everybody. Like, check out who's trying to love you right now. And see how you're loving yourself. And you know what? The people who are healthy, who are good for you, who do want to do that work with you, who do want to go through that longer journey with you, those are the people and places, things that you should be putting your energy to. You first, the best second, and everything else, cut it out. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.